By late August, Tehran was simmering. The air was thick with dust and secrets, and the American embassy had begun to feel less like a diplomatic outpost and more like a bunker. Whispers moved through the halls faster than cables. Eyes lingered longer on locked briefcases and closed doors. Robert Ames still said little. He arrived each morning, immaculately dressed, eyes tired but alert. No one knew where he lived. No one knew who he spoke to, and no one dared ask. Then, on a Tuesday morning, a call came into the secure line on the second floor. The operator hesitated before patching it through. It was in Russian. A scrambled male voice gave only 6 words. "The Falcon lands in Isfahan tonight." The call was logged, marked suspicious, and immediately flagged. The CIA station chief, a man named Charles Danner, listened to the tape 3 times before calling Ames into his office. Ames arrived silently. Danner offered him coffee. He declined. "What do you know about Isfahan?" Danner asked. Ames looked at him for a long moment before answering, "It's beautiful this time of year." Danner didn't smile. "This isn't poetry hour." Ames simply nodded, then reached into his coat and pulled out a folded map. He spread it across the desk and pointed to a location outside the main city. An old textile warehouse, abandoned since 1959. Without waiting for permission, Ames walked out. That evening, he didn't go home. Instead, he boarded a domestic flight under the name David Hale, a name not listed in any embassy file. He landed in Isfahan just before sunset. No luggage, no contact, no escort, just one item in his coat pocket, a single envelope, sealed with red wax and marked with the number 11. Outside the airport, a black Volga sedan was waiting. Ames got in. The driver, an older man with a long scar across his cheek, said only one sentence in English: "Welcome back." They drove in silence for 40 minutes. The sun had fallen behind the mountains when they stopped at a crumbling villa on the outskirts of the city. Ames entered alone. Inside, the air was stale. The walls were lined with books, old furniture, and one dusty radio transmitter on a desk. A young man, no older than 30, stood waiting. Russian accent, nervous eyes. "You're early," he said. "I usually am," Ames replied. The man handed over a small reel of magnetic tape. "This is the last one," he said. "They're on to me. My handler's gone. I've burned everything." Ames didn't react. He simply asked, "Who else knows?" The man paused, then whispered, "Everyone." Outside, headlights approached. Too soon, too quiet. The young Russian panicked. "You led them here." "No," Ames said. "You did." Shots shattered the silence. The villa exploded into chaos. When it was over, only one man walked out alive. He carried no weapon, no tape, no papers. Just the envelope. Robert Ames vanished from Isfahan that night. No flight records. No border logs. No surveillance tapes. 2 days later, the American embassy received a package. Inside was the reel, and a note. Written in clean, tight handwriting. "Trust is a currency. Spend it wisely." The embassy went quiet again. But some began to ask, who was Ames really working for? Because the man from Isfahan wasn't listed in any known Soviet registry? And the tape he delivered? It contained nothing. Just static. Was it a message, a trick, or a warning? In the world of shadows, silence often means more than words, and sometimes, silence is all that remains. This was The Ghost of Tehran, Episode 2, A Call from Isfahan. Next time, in Episode 3, The Courier Who Never Came. A coded message goes undelivered, a Mossad agent surfaces in Paris, and Robert Ames receives an offer from someone who should be dead.